Record fuel prices can make filling up these days feel like robbery at pump point. So in the days of the £100 tank, are consumers getting a fair deal? Government has asked regulators to investigate, and they found cause for concern in parts of the market.
What we found is there are two main factors driving the prices up. One is the increase in global crude oil prices. That accounts for about a third of that overall increase. But the other big factor, and this is something that we're particularly focused on now, is the gap, the difference between that crude oil price and the wholesale cost of petrol and diesel coming out of the refineries. That difference has actually more than tripled over the last year, and that's something we really think is essential to get to the bottom of. That's why today we're announcing a formal market study to take our investigation further.
Petrol and diesel prices have risen around 60p a litre in a year. The CMA found the increase in crude oil prices and the falling value of the pound contributed 27p, while the gap between the cost of crude oil going into refineries and the wholesale price of petrol and diesel coming out was up 24p. But the margin between wholesale and retail prices was largely unchanged at around 10p. The petroleum industry says it will cooperate with the CMA and that it sympathises with motorists, some of whom staged a go-slow on motorways this week in protest at soaring prices.
Drivers are long suffering from particularly high prices at pumps at the moment, and we don't feel those prices are justified. The wholesale price of fuel, that's the price which major retailers buy the fuel in for, has been dropping weekly for weeks and weeks and weeks now, and yet retail pump prices haven't changed to reflect that.
The CMA will also examine price differences between outlets and has urged government to make retailers share real-time price information with motorists. But many want ministers to cut duty first. One thing government can do is cut taxes, and this investigation found that a 5% VAT reduction was passed on to customers at the pumps, but that still leaves 45% of the price of a litre made up of VAT and fuel duty, and without further big cuts, there's not much chance that prices will come down here anytime soon. With up to a year before the CMA reports back, it looks like a long, expensive summer on the road. Paul Kelso, Sky News.